Hello everybody, a very warm welcome, and it is a very warm welcome actually, to Snetterton Circuit. The sun has been in the sky all day, pretty much all across the UK. I'm probably saying the obvious here, Phil Glue, but it's ideal conditions to be racing here at Snetterton.
It certainly is, yeah. I mean, it's great for the viewers, great for the spectators to be out there on the banks watching here today. But, yeah, I mean, for the drivers, especially in a tin top, obviously not in an F4, but it is so hot in there. They come out absolutely dripping with sweat. I mean, you can probably see on our foreheads we're dripping with sweat in the commentary box. But, yeah, it's tough out there. The lap times are slower than normal because of the heat. But, you know, we are going to see some great racing, I'm sure, for this first race of the weekend here at Snetterton.
Yeah, we've had some good Saturday races so far. Brands Hatch was so exciting that my contact lens pinged, if you remember. And I was winking at you all the way through the race and didn't get a reaction at all, which was just a good job we didn't have a girl on co-coms, because I might have been sued for something. But you know, there we go. So anyway, hopefully contact lenses will stay intact today, but that we'll have an equally exciting race. You just saw through the heat haze the man who's got double pole this weekend, Wera. This championship, you know, third event, still getting nice news stories.
Yep.
Teams coming to the fore. JHR, they've won 4 times here in the past. That was in the old spec F4 car. That was the... Was that the Tatus?
The Miguel.
Miguel before. I'm getting muddled up. Tatus now, isn't it? The Miguel. So they very clearly have some sort of affinity as a team, maybe the engineers or whoever, with this track. They've all done fairly well.
Wera has been absolutely rapid all week. We tested here on Wednesday, and obviously yesterday for the official test, and he's basically topped every session, and he topped it again in qualifying. In fact, he did 3 lap times that were capable of pole. So yeah, absolutely fantastic job from that driver and the JHR team. But I don't think it's going to go all his way in the race. I think it's going to be pretty hectic and exciting with obviously Dries down in 4th with Rodin, and you've got Jeff Ord in 5th. The 2 championship contenders who've been winning. You've got Palmer and Lindblom, who with high tech. Palmer's obviously been shown some real pace with a pole position, and Lindblom has been shown pace all the way through winter testing and obviously the start of the season. But he's finally starting on the front row, so it's going to be exciting to see how the Red Bull driver can do off the front row.
We've got another Red Bull driver with our onboard. We had a quick look at that view and the car of Kara Batic, the Swiss driver. It'll be interesting to see what she can do. Had a fantastic result, as did many drivers, sort of making the most of the conditions at Brands Hatch Race 3 with some good strategy and some great driving backed up, and it got many drivers their best results, and I think that was the case with Kara.
She got 6th.
Something like that, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah, she did a great job, and obviously, yeah, very messy race with half on wets, half on slicks, and the safety car coming out at the wrong time and all that jazz.
It was 6. How did you remember that?
Oh, no. I'm a commentator.
Cole Hewitson had a podium at Brands Hatch. He's not very happy at the moment, Cole Hewitson. He said that he wants the car to do more and struggling, but I said it was good to see him on the podium. And he's a little bit, I got the impression he was kind of working on his own today. He was sort of zinging around doing his own thing, and that can be difficult, can't it, for a driver if you feel you're not getting the best, to try and get yourself back into team spirit and crack on. We need to look at how they're going to line up, though, for our first race of the weekend, though. And here is the grid, round 7 of the championship. Wera on pole position, Scott Lindblom alongside Theo Palmer, who's regularly up at that sharp end, is 3rd from Dries van Langendonk, and Ethan Jeff all 1 and 2 in the championship, still together on the grid. Ethan Lennon wraps up our top 6. Behind them, George Proudford-Nalder and Adam Alazari. Then it's Joseph Smith and Jarrett Clark, followed by Timo Jungling and Jabba Al-Sabah. Cameron Nelson next up from Tommy Harfield. Cash Felber with a penalty for misdemeanors earlier on in the campaign. Henry Mercer alongside, then Kara Batic, camera car. Ethan Carney completing our top 18. 19th on the grid, Roman Felber from Cole Hewitson. Then Alfie Slater and Jackson Walney, Leon Headfors and Hani Sadiq on row 12. And they're followed by Vegard Clementson, Matej Kopohidze, Kit Bolowski, Piotr Orjowski, Sun Anju and Daniela Sutton completing our 30-car grid. And I'm still getting spectators coming up to me today and said, loving what you guys are doing in the box, thank you for that, appreciate that, but also loving the racing here and thrilled that there are 30 cars out there.
Yeah, it still blows my mind when you're doing the grid and I'm listening and I'm like, is it over yet? There's just so many cars, so many drivers.
Yeah, you just want me to shut up, don't you? That's what you're angling for, isn't it?
I'm trying to learn some of the names still.
So what does the championship table look like? Well, basically it's a list of names with some numbers alongside.
Yeah.
I can tell you, Dries van Langendonk, 85 points. Ethan Jeffel, 62. Tommy Harfield, 44. Harfield, crucially, is out of the reverse grid zone in qualifying. He's outside the top 12. Not a great way to start the third weekend of the year for Harfield because he was in that position at event 1 as well. He's going to start running out of time to get some points.
Yeah, he is, but let's see what he can do in this race. I'm expecting big things from him with his great starts that he has, and he has been having for the start of this season. So I think he will make up some places, but I think the weather's going to play a big part in this race. I think the heat is going to be difficult for tyre management, but you know, it'd be interesting to see how all these teams and drivers can do, and see what sort of result we get for the for Wera off pole.
There is Daniela Sutton. Daniela, who is promoting the awareness of juvenile arthritis, which she lives with, a condition that she lives with. Sometimes can be very difficult for Daniela to get in a car with that and produce real form. I remember when she won the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Scholarship, she was literally in hospital the day before, came out and then did a cracking job on track, sort of, you know, thought past it. But the sharp end though, Lewis Werrell and Scott Lindblom on the front row of the grid. Lights out and away we are racing here at Snetterton. Our first of 3 blazing hot races this weekend. Scott Lindblom looking, but Werrell gets to the outside, grabs the run down into turn 1 from Lindblom. Dries van Langendonk up into 3rd.
Yeah, Van Langendonk made a great start there to go up to 3rd, but he's having to defend hard now on his teammate there coming into T2, as you've got Proudford-Nalder going around the outside there. That sometimes can work, as long as you don't go bouncing down the grass. He'll have the inside for T3.
Yeah, coming into Palmer corner, that could well be what that is about, and really the first lap, when they are side by side by side, perhaps the outside line can work to grab the inside for that left-hander at Palmer, but now they're coming down into Agustin the Hairpin for the first time.
Exactly, yeah, you can see Proudford-Nalder just having a little lock up there. He's got away with it in 4th place there. You get back on board with Batig now as she's coming out of turn 4 into T5, which is Hamilton. She's all over the back of
Felber.
I think one of the Felbers, yeah, so
Felber,
Roman, yeah. So let's see if she can make a move. As you can see, some high-techs running wide there as we're coming through T5. 6, sorry.
What a great sight, looking so busy around here. And yeah, absolutely wonderful to have this top-level single-seater racing here. Batig coming down the straight. This is one of 2 bits of respite for the drivers in the heat. They've got 2 very long straights here. Got the Bentley straight, and also, of course, was there a little bit of a coming together there, I think, between, that's not Ethan Carney's at 53, and it was the 73 car as well.
One of the JHR cars.
Ethan Carney, yeah, and Roman Felber.
Oh, was it Felber, yeah?
I dealt myself there, it was Ethan Carney 53. But they sorted themselves out, which is the good thing. But Van Langendonk getting up to 3rd place and overcoming Theo Palmer, so 1 place gained for him. Might be crucial once we get into the next few laps, but what he doesn't want to do is lose ground on the top pair at the moment, Werrell and Scott Lindblom. But here we go, on board with Cara. Let's see what she can do.
Yeah, as she goes down the start-finish straight, she didn't get the best of X's out of the last corner. It's uphill here down the start-finish straight. You can see Harfield defending hard there. As there's a bit of contact, Harfield goes off. He's going to miss the wall. Hopefully no, he's clipped the wall. I thought he was going to miss the end of it. Real shame for Harfield there. That's yeah, there was obviously contact at the apex of turn 1 with one of the JHR cars. I don't know if you saw who it was. Was it Jungling? I think it was Jungling.
Yeah, I mean, track position-wise, I would say that was going to be who it was. Yeah, Timo Jungling.
Yeah.
Dicing for 12th, 13th place. We'll have a look at that again in a moment as we watch Joseph Smith on the inside there in the.
He's got Palmer all over the back in the high-tech cars, trying to get past into turn 4. 2 front wings there gone. So I don't think that was the 2 that we've seen go off at turn 1. So there's another instance somewhere on the track, as they can see Wolney and Slater there, battling hard.
Inside. Tommy Harford, as we said, qualifying outside of the top 12 for the 2nd out of 3 events, and now with a non-finished, no drop scores. I wonder what stage he questions, you know, should we have gone GB3 or something like that?
No, he should definitely have done this. He made the right move, sticking with it. It's just, unfortunately, this year, like we were saying at the start of this race, there's 30 to 32 cars on the grid. It's hard. It's really, really hard.
But he was third in the championship last year, and when you see the quality coming in, you're thinking, right, yeah, why am I going to... I mean, for sure, a championship contender. I don't doubt that, and he can still come back and get it, but as soon as there's a little bit of doubt, there's a problem. Let's have a look at what happened.
Oh, that's Belovski, isn't it? Oh, that's not a nice hit. So Belovski has lost it going through the last corner, and he's gone over the inside. They nearly took out Mercier as well.
Did I hear talk about raised curbs there as well?
There's one at the under the bridge, which it's a tricky one. Like this is the incident there with Youngling there going down the inside of Hartfield into turn 1, and unfortunately the contact is taking him out of the race. I don't know what happened to Youngling. I don't know if he carried on or had any damage, but real shame there for Hartfield. He deserved more than that in that race.
He does. He's a quick little peddler, isn't he, Tommy Hartfield?
Yeah.
Of course, what we might see now is the fact that he will, in some respects, it takes the pressure off him for races, doesn't it? Because he'll think, yeah, okay, I've had DNFs, I'm outside here, so now I can just race for the race.
Yeah, sure, yeah. This is this Clementson that's in the pits? I think it is, yeah. Clementson is, no, sorry, Kobakidze is in the pits, getting the front wing change. So he was the one that got wiped out by Belovski going through the last corner, I believe.
Yeah, he did have that contact, didn't he?
Yeah, so let's see the start again from Batik from, I think she's 17th on the grid. So it's not a bad start. Lost a place there on the left from one of the Fortec cars. And a run through. She's not had the best of the first corner there.
The car was the first one, and the second one was Roman Ferbal, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then let's just see what happens into turn 2. She's defending and attacking at the same time. You've got Slater there on the outside. I'm not sure if he managed to pass her there on the outside. He will have the inside line if he managed to get off the corner, but it looks like she's got that one covered as she goes into T3. And just trying to pick up the slipstream on any exit of the corners, just trying to pick up that slipstream so she's got a chance to try and outbrake them. But she looks like she's defending and attacking, as I said, trying to go on the outside there. The tyres are still not at the maximum temperature, so she's just trying to get the front end in. And then as we come into Hamilton here, it's all about trying to not do track limits here. There's a big one there on the right. Bring it back hard over to the left if possible to give yourself the best chance through turn 6.
Nice move by Felder there, wasn't it?
It was, isn't it?
On Cole Hewittson.
Yeah, mega move. And then it's all very important here to get a very good exit because it's the longest straight that we do, and it's all about trying to pick up the throttle as early as possible without the understeer so that you can pick up the slipstream and try and have a chance of going under the bridge. There's that bit of contact ahead that you saw earlier on in the race that's both got away with it. Around the outside there of Hewittson, inside for the next corner. No, she didn't quite make that one stick, but great effort.
Yeah, you saw the notice of intent, and that's just how competitive these cars are, and very well suited to Snetterton. They haven't got too big or too fast for this track. There's never, I don't think Snetterton is ever an option for them to drop or to go somewhere else. Obviously, we go off to Zandvoort. Snetterton's a great little track for these cars.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, it's fantastic. It's big enough. It's got a bit of everything. It's got high speed, slow speed, medium speed corners. It's very good for learning for the young drivers. So that's Kobakidze, yeah. He's unfortunately, that bit of contact earlier has obviously done more damage than we thought. It's weird because obviously he's been in the pits, got his front nose changed, got out again to try and catch the safety car, but yeah, he's parked up. Back on board with Batik there, just as a replay, just to see what happened to Hartfield again as we go through turn 1, and then we're going to see if there's a move on as we go into the braking zone. Down the inside, it's very heavily cambered there on the inside, so it's very important to try and get the car rotated at the apex of that corner. There we got Cash Felber, who's defending well, trying to rotate the car and get back into that camber so you don't get pushed off the exit curve there. These exits in F4, they're not ideal to use anyway, but there is still a track limit issue as we have at every circuit. So we're just seeing if there's any more action here as we're as we're going through Hamilton here. Again, like I said, track limits is so important not to run too wide there. Big bump on the braking zone as we go into T6, and we've got to make sure we get the rotation using that little bit of green that Jonathan Palmer has very kindly put down for them to get a bit more of a run through T7 onto the back straight. Again, track limits is a big one on the left, and again, like I said, we've got to try and get the slipstream here as we come down the back straight, and this is when the safety car came out and everyone backs off.
Still under safety car here. Tommy Harfield's CDR Chris Dittman Racing prepared car is on its way back to the paddock, and he'll have some thinking to do overnight. Cobber-Hidse, I think, is he going to be just moved to safety, or are they going to get that back to the paddock as well while we're on safety?
I think we'd be able to find a gap in the fence there to try and push him through. That would be ideal, because we would love to get this race underway again with only 11 minutes to go. We want to see some action, don't we?
Eating into too much of it, isn't it, really? Lewis Wera, though, could be thinking already about his first win. He probably would have been thinking about that after double pole. So no fluke at all, 2 poles, and the first JHR driver potentially to win since Matt Rees back in 2021 at Snetterton.
Whatever happened to him?
Matt Rees, I think Matt's doing, is he sports car racing now?
He was doing, I remember him doing Porsches. After he did GB3, did F4, GB3, he did some Porsches, but yeah, he was a mega driver, wasn't he?
He was
superb. He was teammates with Joseph Loke, I think. They were fighting hard together at JHR in F4 and especially in GB3, but yeah, there's been some mega drivers. This is the championship to do at the minute. Is especially as you can see with this amount of cars on the grid, the international grid is amazing. With the fact that we've got this amount of different nationalities coming over to the UK, it was amazing. They were doing. We had a load of them on the grid the other day doing a photo shoot. It was just fantastic to see that amount of flags, they're all holding their own flag, and just to see them coming over, having a good go in the lovely British weather for once.
Yeah, Knockhill not on the cards this year, is it? So.
Although sometimes Knockhill is very hot, isn't it?
Knockhill can be. You can get all 4 seasons in one day at Knockhill. Safety car lights are going to go out in a minute. We've been told we are going to go green this lap, so we're getting ready to go. Closest finish we've ever had in F4 here at Snetterton, 0.099 of a second. Do you know Tommy Foster? He's sports car racing now, GT World Challenge. Last year, beat Josh Skelton. And the biggest race win, we've had 14 seconds. Sebastian Alvarez beating Bart Austin.
Wow.
Bart Austin, rather.
Is that all from memory?
No, I just thought I'd do a little bit of prep, have a look, see what's what. And it's nice to name check some drivers from the past. Like Bart Austin's still involved in lots of coaching, and he's doing a lot of national racing in the UK, which is good. And he's always very quick, this Bart.
He certainly was, yeah, absolutely mega in this category. So safety car lights are out as they're coming through Coram. Wera is actually quite close to the safety car, so I don't know when he's going to back up a little bit and try and get the run on the rest of the field as they're coming into the final corner. So yeah, it's closer than normal, isn't it? So he realises that he can't overtake the safety car. That is very close. I've not seen it done like that before. No,
that's I would say that's not an ideal start for Wera, but to be fair, it's the first time he's been in it. Also, big pressure from Scott Lindblom from Dries van Langendonk, who looks round the outside to go into turn 1. So Van Langendonk having a go. Proudford-Nalder in 4th, looks down the inside of him as well. Having a go there too is Palmer. Ethan Jeff Hall in the mix too, but Wera gets away with that restart.
He certainly did. I don't know how, but Smith as well. He's gone round the outside of his teammate Proudford-Nalder. He's got a position, so he's up behind Dries van Langendonk. So yeah, it's a great racing at the start of this restart.
I reckon that could have been tactic, not wanting to move away, because that effectively put the pressure on the driver in second place, didn't it, Scott Lindblom?
Yeah, it certainly did. I actually thought Scott was going to get a run. They can see there is that Palmer trying to go on the outside of Proudford-Nalder.
Yep.
So nearly made that one stick. You've got Lennon right in the mix as well. You've got Jeff Hall there. This is fantastic. So let's see, as we see Batik go down the inside at turn 2. Great little move there. Did we lock up? A little lock up, but we still managed to make the move stick and keep him behind. Great move.
Yeah, Cash fell a short change there by Cara Batik. Good stuff from Cara, getting up into 17th place, still away from the points.
Short change, I like that one.
Yeah, you don't have to acknowledge them. They are few and far between, but
I do normally miss them, but I like that one.
Here's Wera. Now, when Lewis Wera joined the championship. I thought, I'm going to get confused between, there's a father and son commentating team called Mark and Jack Wera, and I thought I'm going to call him Mark or Jack at some point, but thankfully thus far I haven't. But now I've mentioned them, they're in the head, aren't they?
So back on board with Batig in the high-tech car, the Red Bull high-tech car as they come through Corn. Hardest corner here. There's obviously lots of turning right, trying to get the car straight before they brake for the final corner, but it's very, very difficult for these drivers. What you're trying to do through that corner is get the car moving around on the rear to make the car as straight as possible for when you hit the brakes, ready to turn left for the final corner, to get that run, that very important run up the very slight hill down the start-finish straight. Again, she's fighting hard here with one of the XL cars in front.
Hewitson.
Yeah, it is. It's Hewitson. He's defending hard. He's going a little bit wide there, but he's managed to hold the position as we come out of turn 2. Yeah, she's fighting hard. Look, I mean, we're looking further back as we've got, is that Youngling there?
It is Ethan Carney battling with Youngling, so we'll see whether Ethan can make it stick. We're all with the fastest lap as well, race leader, 5 minutes to go, and you know, contain the restart well from Scott King Lindblom. Van Langendonk still there in 3rd place, Joseph Smith in 4th, points down to 10th place, Joseph Clark, last point scorer. So many decent drivers aren't going to score points in a lot of these races now, because when you think of it, 2/3 of the field in each race now don't get any points.
That's very true.
Lap.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's very hard now. Like I said, it's so tough now. It's so close between these 30 drivers. But yeah, the top 10, who 10th is Clark at the minute, as we've got Alzabar, who's 11th, who's not going to score. But was it 12? Top 12 is it?
Top 10 points.
Top 10 points, yeah. So yeah, Alzabar not going to score at the minute. Back on board of Batig is we've got the new curve that we were talking about under the bridge. So yeah, it just stops from cutting the corner as much. But you have got to be cautious of it if you do end up going side by side and having a bit of a moment. Let's just see if she can get this car dancing as we go through Coram. We want the back end coming round slightly. It's not quite gone for her, but that's the bit where you need to try and get the straight braking to really help give you the exit here. It's not a bad exit. It's not the best, but yeah, a little bit of work there through Coram would definitely help her.
So Batig continues trying to work her way up towards the points. Quite a few rookies in the championship this year. The rookies have separate point scoring as well. Looking at the points championship, Harney Sadiq, the only driver that hasn't bagged a championship point yet. Having said that, he's doing very strongly in the rookies.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's Sadiq, yeah?
Yeah. So it's interesting, and that's what Harney's going to do. He only did the Silverstone Grand Prix round last, well, it wasn't a round last year, non-championship event. He did that last year, so comes in this year as a rookie. And, you know, he can quantify that. He'll be disappointed not to have bagged a championship point so far. But the fact that he's doing strongly in the rookies, he'll take that.
Certainly, yeah. We've got Dries van Langendonk fighting hard now in P3. He's behind the McLaren car of Dries. He's right behind the Red Bull car of Scott Lindblom, who is trying to keep P2 at the minute with 3.5 minutes to go. Let's see if Dries can do something here as he gets a good exit coming off the turn 7 down the back straight. See if he can pick up a slipstream. But I've got to say, Smith is doing a mega job. He's got past his teammate Proudford-Nalder, and he's catching Dries.
Yeah, Joseph Smith started, qualified 9th, second fastest classification. So really good stuff from Smith. The significant thing as well, championship table-wise, is that Van Langendonk is, 5 places ahead of Ethan Jeffel and a lot of points ahead of him here. So this will extend Dries' lead.
Again, let's see if we can see Batig is all over the back of Hewitson as they come through the bomb hole into Coram here. Let's see if she can get a better line, a little bit more movement in the car to try and help her give that exit that she needs through the last corner. Positioning is very good. She didn't quite make the apex there. A little bit of understeer, which is when the front end just won't grip, and that's why she's lost a little bit of time to Hewitson once again.
Cara doing well and giving us some good entertainment here. Again, sort of going on the downhill run now. It's a very weird straight. It's very slightly uphill from the entrance to the pit lane, and then sort of starts to go down into turn 1.
It doesn't feel it. I ran it last night, and it definitely doesn't feel downhill at all.
No, it's a straight, because you look at it, you tend to think it's flat pretty much all the way through.
Yeah, you
there are little gradients.
Yeah.
It's an interesting track, and again, you probably only appreciate if you come here and see the racing for real as we ride again.
Look at Hewitson.
Yeah, very twitchy.
Yeah, very twitchy there as we go through turn 3. running a little bit wide there. That's given Batting a little bit of a chance, but is she any good on the brakes? Yes, she is. Yes, she can manage to get it stopped as well, try and get it tucked in, and try and get that exit without getting that push on the front end. But yeah, I think there's going to be a move here, although she has got Cash Felber all over the back of her.
Yeah, she has. So the Felbers, it's Roman Felber with bragging rights at the moment. Okay, here's a little, sorry mate, a brain teaser for you. We're into the last couple of laps. Out of teammates, yeah, who is the teammate that's beaten all of his other teammates in all the races so far this year?
I bet you know this, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, of course I do. He won't do in this one, there's a clue.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say Hartfield.
Yeah, Hartfield.
Yeah. Is he? Every time?
Yeah.
Apart from this one?
Yeah.
Okay, you ruined that then.
Bit of an easier.
That's a great shot there.
That's just, yeah, into bomb hole.
Yeah, fantastic. You can see there is a bit of camber, like you were talking about, and you've got to try and get it tucked in there. If you don't get it tucked into the camber, you're going to get squeezed off onto the exit curve. And again, we come through the final 2 corners. You can see the car in front is moving around nicely, maybe a little bit too wide, but Hewitson gets it back nicely to the right-hand side to really give him that punch off the last corner.
So last lap now, and the race leader starting off pole position, Lewis Wera. He's not a stranger to winning F4 races. He won in Saudi F4 in 2025, but this is, you know, a different level for him, a completely different experience in his home country. He's been karting since the age of 5 as we watch the championship leader, Dries van Langendonk, the young Belgian, still leading this one, but Werrell's going to be delighted for himself, for JHR, the team. It's good for us to see JHR getting another win as well. As you can see, the final lap, we've only got 20 seconds left and about 2/3 of the lap to go. Van Langendonk completing the podium, then Smith, Proudford-Nalder, Palmer, Lennon. Werrell goes through Agostini for the last time, and he's controlled this one well.
Yeah, he certainly has. Yeah, did a mega job. We were a little bit unsure about his safety car restart, but I'll give it to him. He's pulled away nicely, defended well at that restart, and done an absolute superb job. Like I said at the start of this, it was he's topped every time, every session so far, every test session, every qualifying. Now he's led every single lap of this race, and yeah, you can see he's got a big jump on Scott Lindblom there. But Dries, I thought he was going to have a bit more in the tank there to try and take the fight to Lindblom, but it looks like it's going to be Lindblom in second and Van Langendonk in third. But this man, well, what a drive from him.
Yeah, super stuff from him. Used the testing well, didn't he, in the week yesterday? And coming through the last couple of corners, into Murray's the last corner, and we'll then hook it up and go down Senna Straight, of course named after the late great man himself. Here we come past the pit lane exit, getting ready for the checkered flag for the first British win for Lewis Werrell. Takes it now. JHR absolutely and rightly delighted, getting back onto the top step of the podium. Scott Lindblom takes a solid second position. Dries van Langendonk, he's never going to sit back in third place, but points wise, very, very good for him. Podium. Outscores Ethan Jeff Hall, who's down in 8th.
Yeah, that is very important, especially when they started next to each other on the grid. I think Jeff Hall was 5th.
One place behind,
yeah. So, yeah, that's not a great race from Jeff Hall. He needed more than that, but a P8 is still some points, but, yeah, obviously not great for his championship rival. But back to this man, well, he's been so dominant all weekend so far, and thoroughly deserved that win.
I think we need a better picture for him, to be honest, don't we? He's the king of social media. He's got millions of social media followers who are going to be absolutely made up with that, and rightly so. Lewis Werrell, our first proper look at him this year, and an absolute mega job on track. And of course, he's got another race to start from. The fastest time in qualifying saw him get pole position as well, so we're going to see him challenging from that position yet again tomorrow. Yeah, and then obviously 12th in the round 2. Yep. Here's how they finished. First British win for Lewis Werrell from Scott Lindblom. Dries van Langendonk in third, Joseph Smith fourth, then George Proudford-Nalder ahead of Theo Palmer. Ethan Lennon 7th from Ethan Jeff Hall, and then Adam Al-Azhari, Jarrett Clark completing the point scorers and the top 10. Jabba Al-Sabah just shy of the points in 11th place from Cameron Nelson and Timo Jungling. Then it was Ethan Carney, third of the Ethan class, and then Roman Felber from Cole Hewitson. Chiara Batic with her excellent onboard comes home in 17th from Cash Felber. Alfie Slater 19th from Hani Sadiq. We've had the abacus out very quickly. 34-point lead now, Dries van Langendonk. Ethan Jeff Hall is still there in second place, but the gap comes down to 6 points between second and third. Jeff Hall in second, Scott Lindblom in third. But Lewis Werrell catapults up into 4th position from Joseph Smith and Theo Palmer. Tommy Harfield in 7th, 56 points adrift. Then Tommy Harfield and Kip Malowski, Jarrett Clark and Adam Alazari in 10th. In the Rookie Championship, it is Dries van Langendonk from Jabba Al Sabah. Lewis Werrell 3rd now, from just a point behind Al Sabah. Cameron Nelson 4th from Timo Jungling. Copper Hitze in 6th from Ed Force. Jackson Wolney, Piotr Oriovsky and Sun Anju in 10th. Baking hot day here. The drivers want to extricate themselves from the cars and take a well-earned bottle or two of water after this. It's difficult, isn't it, keeping yourself hydrated on a day like this?
Yeah, I've done that whole bottle of water in it whilst we've done that race. Did you do any?
Yeah, I did a whole bottle as well. Yeah. There is Lewis Werrell, and very, very good. Actually quite, I mean, it's hot, isn't it? I'd say fairly muted celebration. He has won races in F4 before in Saudi, but the first British one, probably a very difficult one to do.
Yeah, definitely. You know, with that heat, like you said. But yeah, it was a mega drive. I think the JHR team have done a superb job. That's a JHR first. It's a Hi-Tech second and a Rodin third. Great to see so many teams up there.
That typifies the championship.
It certainly
this
does.
year, which is what we want to see. Not sure all the teams want to see that, but we love it. I know race fans around the world like it as well. You know, single-seater championship, competitive between teams, exactly what we want to have. Chiara got herself out. Actually, that's the view from Parc Fermé, which is again very close. And the drivers will start their debrief bit here, the ones that aren't on the podium. The ones that are on the podium will be heading down towards Louise Goodman, who is there. Drivers being weighed just to go through the formalities. See just the right of shot. Colin Clark from Motorsport UK. Top job. Top man is Colin. Oversees everything, makes sure everybody media-wise and corporately gets looked after. And Pirelli winner's hat on. Let's go down to Louise Goodman for our interviews.
Yes, he's completed all the official weighing bits. So now, time for your first interview for your first win in British F4. What a drive that was. What a result.
Yeah, thank you. Most of the races on the safety car, and I left the restart a bit too late for my liking, really. But after that, I just had the pace and pulled away to the end, really. So thank you to everyone at JHR for an amazing car.
So the guys were debating your restart. They weren't quite sure whether it was a bit of a mistake or whether it was just some kind of clever tactics on your part. But, well, it all came out okay in the end, though. That's the important thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was planning to leave it late because of the main straight is quite long, so I tried to catch them out. But honestly, I think I left it too late for myself as well. But yeah, can't believe it, really.
It didn't matter because you got the victory and you've just been on fire. You've clicked so well with this circuit. You've got another pole position for one of the races tomorrow. I mean, how do you fancy your chances going forward?
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow in the reverse grid race, but we know for race 3 we have probably the quickest car so far. And yeah, looking forward to it.
Congratulations, well done. Where is our second place finisher, Scott? Here he is. Scott, come on in and grab a... Scott? Oh, there he is over there. Get him in for a word. Scott, congratulations. P2, I think that's your best result so far this season, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. I'm happy with it. I think we're still grabbing points from the championship, so we just lacked slight pace at the start of this race, but you know, otherwise I'm happy with the result.
What was it like out there? I mean, it's actually cooled off a little bit now, but it has been really hot today. Maybe actually having such a long safety car gave you all a bit of respite.
Yeah, no, for sure it's been really hot today. But, you know, I've enjoyed it and I think we've had some good pace today, so hopefully we can replicate it tomorrow and do a good job.
Well, useful points in this race, that's for sure, and it's moved you up to P3 in the championship. And as you say, hopeful for more points to come tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, my aim every race is just to grab points for the championship, and we'll see where we are at the end of the season. But yeah, no, it's great.
Well done, good result. And where is our, here he is, right behind me, Dries. Well done. I mean, not the win this time, but another podium, and you'll take those points, won't you?
Yeah, I mean, good points. I think it was a good race overall, gained the place. Obviously, qualifying was a bit tricky. I don't think it was where I would have wanted to finish it, but yeah, made up for it in this race, and I think it's good points for the championship for sure.
You were coming under a bit of pressure at times as well. Were you quite comfortable towards the end that you got that P3 in the bag?
Yeah, I thought honestly our pace was pretty good. I thought I was, at certain points I was getting quite close to Scott. But yeah, overall I think the pace was pretty decent. Obviously it's difficult in that year, but yeah, for sure I think the pace was good.
And in the sort of general context of the championship, obviously you've eked out a little bit more of the win. I guess you've just got to keep banking those points and hopefully try and increase that lead a little bit more every time, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously hope to just keep consistent. Obviously these are like really good results if I could just keep getting in these top threes. So yeah, I mean, good result, and I think it's always good for the championship and try to be consistent.
Good stuff. Well done, congratulations. We'll see you back out for some more racing tomorrow. Back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Lou. Good to hear from those three great guys. Dries van Langendonk, the third driver we heard from, Scott King-Lindblom in second position, and Lewis Wera. Not the first podium of the year for Lewis. He had second position in the reverse grid race at Donington Park, but significant moment for him, Phil, getting his first fastest off the front podium and indeed win.
It's unbelievable. I was so surprised at seeing his pace in the midweek test and also on Friday, and then for him to then dominate qualifying and then dominate the race the way he did. I'm pleased he said what we said as well with the restart. It was a little bit dodgy, but
I was sticking up for him in the race.
But he did a great job. And
remember that, Lewis.
Yeah, I was taking the mick out of him, but yeah, he's definitely one to watch for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think the thing with this championship is we're 3 events in now and we still don't know quite where we are because there are names still popping up and challenging left, right and centre. And, where's it going to go?
And that's another winner as well that we've
another winner getting up to your total.
I know.
Yeah.
What did I say again, 15?
Phil Glue's on smug mode. And long may you stay there, Phil. So, plenty to look forward to over the rest of the weekend with us, and hope that you are going to join us for, of course, the British Touring Car Championship round 7, 8 and 9 here. Coverage starts at 10:45 a.m. If you're here, we'd love to see you at the track. Come and say hello and bump into us and give us a smile and a nod. If you're at home, get yourself plenty of water on ice and your favourite snacks and settle down for an afternoon of top level coverage and motor racing courtesy of the ITV Sport team. Okay, enough from me. Sure you've enjoyed it today. We certainly have. Look forward to your company tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye for now.